will start with the inventory valuation. Now, what is inventory? Generally, what we have seen when we have studied the basics, closing stock, there are two types: opening stock on the debit side of trading or manufacturing account, and credit side. Credit side is supposed to be a closing stock. Now, closing stock can be of either raw material or work in progress or in finished goods. If it is a trading organization, it will be always finished goods. If it is a manufacturing, these three can be there, and this can be called as stock in trade or closing stock, any name, or inventory also. So there are three names: inventory, stock in trade, or closing stock. Now, what is mean by stock in trade? Those residual material which has been left because of accounting period concept. That means what? On the close of the accounting period, on the last day of the accounting period, whatever residual material is available which is not used for production will be kept in godown, or which has been manufactured fully but has been kept in godown pending for dispatch or pending for sale, or in fact some material are in process, and therefore these three are arising. This is closing stock has been arising only because of accounting period concept. And when I explained you the format of the balance sheet, I said it is a current asset. Tomorrow it may not be an asset. Likewise, there will be two effects. One will be on the credit side of the trading or manufacturing account, and other on the asset side. Why on the credit side of the particularly manufacturing or trading account? Because we have to adjust the cost. Because if we have manufactured the goods and we have sold out part of the goods, then the rest goods are to be valued, okay? And that valuation will be to adjust the profit or loss on the sold goods, because there is a margin on the sold goods which cannot be sacrificed with the unsold goods. I will explain you in brief. Suppose this is manufacturing account and we have opening stock, say 1 lakh, raw material which we have purchased, say 2 lakhs, other cost for conversion into finished goods is 1 lakh. Now, whatever the amount which you have applied will generate the result of 10 metric tons goods, that is finished one. Now, this 10 metric tons, out of this 10, we have sold out 8 metric tons for say for 5 lakh rupees. Now, according to this, what is the conclusion? That there is 2 metric tons finished goods available which has not been yet sold. 8 has been sold. Now, if we have not put up the closing stock, or we have not valued the closing stock, what is the picture? We will get the gross profit of 1 lakh. Is this a gross profit of 1 lakh? Because we have sold out for 5 lakhs, 8 metric tons. Against the sale of 8 metric tons, you are debiting the cost for 10 metric tons, which is unjustified. That means we have to value this 2 metric tons finished goods, and that valuation will be called as inventory valuation or stock in trade. There can be possibility that this raw material stock may be there, or some material is also in progress for manufacture. Therefore, what is required? Why we have to credit this manufacturing trading account? Only to balance the cost. Cost should be matched with the revenue. That is the concept. Cost, suppose, is for 10 metric tons and his sale is 8 metric tons. It is not matching up. So, 8 metric tons cost is required to be matched with 8 metric tons revenue, that is sale. So, the rest will be your closing stock. That is why we have to credit this particular manufacturing or trading account. Now, how to value? For this purpose, we have to refer to the accounting standard 2, AS2, valuation of inventory. We say that cost, the stock is required to be valued cost or or net realizable value, whichever is less. What this is? Cost or market value or net realizable, whichever is lower. Now if your cost is low, you have to value it on cost. If net realizable value is low, you have to value on that particular net realizable value. Now what is cost? Cost means all those expenditures which we have incurred for converting raw material to the finished good. That is cost of conversion, cost of the material. These two is required to be added, will give you the cost. Now what is net realizable value? Estimated selling price in the ordinary course of the business minus the cost of selling, that is selling expenditure, will give you the net realizable value. So we have to compare on the last day of the accounting period cost and NRV or market value, whichever is lower. Now if we start with the valuation, how to value? Because there are certain difficulties for arriving this cost or market value. Take a case of one big company having a godown of say at least say 80,000 square feet. That means around 2 acres, you can say roughly 80,000 square feet godown. This is the godown. Now this is the entry of that godown. Now take a case of raw material. There are 3 raw materials which have in pipeline to be stored. First has arrived, labor has found space here, so he has stuck up this. Second, he got the space here, therefore he has stored here, and third will be here. Now what happened? Fourth has been arrived and he got the space here. Now immediately a requisition slip has came to the store or material department, and which says that supply us at 2 metric tons raw material. Now the storekeeper has ordered the labor to carry 2 metric tons from this particular store. Okay, and what the labor, being a human being, he has pick up this one to go out of this. Thereafter again a requisition has come where he has decided to taken up this. So what is the residual now on the last accounting year? 1 and 3. Now what is the cost? This is the problem, because there are number of items stored here, and it is not possible to ascertain the date as well as the packets or the bulk material which has been stuck up. Only what you can do is we can practically count the numbers, number of bags, number of liters, etc., etc. It is not possible to know at what rate we have this particular material which is in the godown, and therefore it is not practically possible and feasible to arrive at the cost. So we have to follow, because of this practical difficulty, AS2 has given 3 methods, in fact 4 to 5 methods, to value the cost of that particular raw material or any stock, and these are like this. 1, first in, first out. FIFO, first in, first out. Second is LIFO, last in, first out. Third, they have given weighted average method. Average method. Fourth is average price method. Or also the method specific price method is also. Now from the examination valuation point of view, or the generally used are these three: FIFO, LIFO and weighted average. Now, how to calculate or how to arrive at the value of the stock by using FIFO, value of the stock as per LIFO and weighted average? We will do one by one so that we shall be comfortable with the valuation concern. There can be a problem on this particular inventory valuation. I am again requesting, in every video I am requesting you to please check out the material, try to do certain problems out of that material. First in, first out. Now we make up one format.